Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon. Actually, it's afternoon. And how are you doing? Right here in the UK, it's afternoon. I don't know what time it is wherever you are. Somewhere in Africa, it's definitely afternoon too. Somewhere in Canada, it's probably early morning. I don't know. All I know is you're alive, you're here, I'm alive, I am blessed. And everything I say, as you hear the sound of my voice, you're gonna literally have light bulbs in your head. You're going to go out there and crush it this week. You're going to go out there and do what you need to do. You're going to go out there and get the results you came inside of the Winning Entrepreneurs Den to get this week and the rest of this month and set the rest of the year because you are worthy. Right. So, why am I saying this? Because today's daily win is all around the training as well. You know that by now you should have set some goals. If you're a winner, you should have set some goals for the week. For those of you that are new inside the den, welcome, 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 Phoebe. Every Monday we set goals, right? Phoebe, guys, welcome Phoebe to the Winning Entrepreneurs Den. A new winner, new winning entrepreneur. Whoop, whoop. Right, here's the thing. Every Monday we set goals. Some of you have been here long enough to set those goals on a Sunday. I'm cold, so I'm just going to wrap up thoroughly. So we set those goals on a Monday. So over the weekend, I was going through my planner and I had all these things to go through. And these things really set me up for a really great February. I filled out stuff in the month ahead. I filled out the major events. I filled out the projects I want to work on. I hope you did the same. I filled out the things that must happen in the month of February. I hope you did the same. I filled out some major deadlines that I want to hit. In other words, milestones. If I don't hit them, it's okay. I won't beat myself up, but I definitely am going to bust my ass getting there. And I planned how I can get there. Plus, I set out what feelings I want to feel throughout the month. I'm going to walk you through what you can do to make your month amazing. You definitely should have had a reflection over the weekend or the week before the month of January ended. So you had a self-reflection, you had a review. You went through what things got your month lit. You went through what things challenged you. You went through what things what came up as resistance for you. Basically, you had a bit of an assessment. I hope you did over the weekend because the month of January ended as we entered the weekend and we started February as we entered the weekend as well. You also looked through your long-term goals and you saw what was going on there, and you also decided what you were going to do to make them happen as the year progresses. We are in the second month of the first quarter of this year. So what are we going to do today? Your daily win is to set goals that fire you up. Goals that get you to come out of your head and tell a different story about your life tomorrow. Goals that allow you to be the best person you can be. And we talk about activity goals. We are not talking about result-based goals because on a week, day-to-day, hour-per-hour basis, we don't look at results. We look at the actions we are doing that bring us the results. And those actions should be 10x. In other words, if you said that you're going to talk to 5 people a day, why don't you 10x that? That means raise that to 50 people a day. That will compound your results. That will give you more confidence. That will give you a better result at the end of the week because you'll have something to write home about. You'll have something to celebrate that you want to celebrate, because most of you think celebrating is all about celebrating the cash in the bank. You don't really want to celebrate anything else, which is weird because money in and of itself is a means to that thing you want to be, the life you want to live, the things you want to bring into your life, the charities you want to support, the projects you want to do. So if you're not celebrating the activity that gets you to those actions, I have no idea what you are doing. But life is meant to be celebrated. So if you don't make a sale, life didn't end. You are alive, you are healthy, you are awake, you are a winner. So go in. So your goals are not meant to be goals that beat you up. but definitely if you set yourself to talk to 5 people per day, you can raise that number to 2 more or even 5 more people. Just keep pushing that envelope out the way, because there's no envelope, there's no box, there's infinite. The grace is with you, it's behind you, supporting you. Whatever you decide you are, the grace says yes you are, because the grace is meant to agree with you. And so agreeing with you means you raise your bar, you raise the standard, and the grace goes with you where you cannot even begin to imagine, immeasurably, exceedingly, abundantly more. So set those goals if you haven't already set them. If you already set them and you say, this week I'm going to talk to 50 people, go revisit those goals and see what you can do more. I've already given you a bit of a taste of what you can do at this time of the month, having left the weekend behind, what you could have done and what you could do today, because you still have time to go through that. If you have a winning planner, you have literally set your days and you've set your times and you are still going. So your month is still going, in other words, because the winning planner is not dated. So your day one could have been yesterday, and that's okay. But for those of you that are following the calendar month, the weekend was a time of reflection, a time of self-assessment, a time of looking at the challenges, the resistance, the conflict, the accomplishments, and going forward, what you can do, what plan you can set in place to change that story. So let me ask you a question. What story are you telling yourself? Right? Good morning, Bonani. Good morning, Mary B. Get yours. There you go. Right. What story are you telling yourself? What is that story that you keep telling you? We all have a story. We have a money story, we have a relationship story, we have a spiritual story, we have a social story, we have an adventure story, we have a story that is make-believe like a child, we have our dream story, high five, get some. And that story keeps repeating itself, replaying. It's like a record that is on a loop. It keeps replaying in our lives over and over again. We have built habits around that story. We have built systems. We have support systems in place. We have actions to support that story. We tell ourselves that story every day. Good morning, good afternoon, Mora, get some. So, my question for you today is, who would you be without that story? That story you keep telling yourself. You know what that story is. And for most of us, we have a story that not even our nearest and dearest knows. It's inside of us and it's our little secret, and we guard it with everything we are. And in order to reach your dreams, in order for your goals to get crushed, in order for you to say, this month I'm calling in 10,000 pounds, and you hit 15,000, 20,000 pounds, you are going to have to let go of that story. Because that story you're telling you is not your story. It's gone. It's been. You need to release it. You don't have to tell the same story all the time. You don't have to tell the same story. You don't, because every time you tell that story, you relive it. You reactivate it in your life. Am I making sense, guys? Why are you doing those things that keep you in that story? Because you're setting goals every week. Some of you are going through hundreds of people every week. How you're doing it, you haven't yet let me know. Because if you did, I might also give you an idea why you're hitting hundreds of people and not getting where you want to go. You're hitting hundreds of people and getting a sale or two. So I want you to tell me how you talk to people. What do you count as a prospect, as a prospecting and a follow-up done? And I'll give you some pointers. Before we go into that, let's look at last week's results because they excited me. Right, so we had 508 touches. That was prospecting and follow-up. Broken down into, we had 677. I tell a lie. 677 touches last week. Whoop, guys, jump up and down with excitement. This is absolutely amazing because this is a record in the den. This is a record in the den, and everyone who filled in the tracker is going to receive an amazing special prize just for filling in the tracker and getting the results you got, because it was a breakthrough for the den. Over 600 touches, 508 people were prospected by the members of the den, and 169 people were followed up with. We had 130 people added to our lists. Guys, you are amazing. I am so excited. When I was looking at this, I was like, yes! Hallelujah. Let's break through. Let these numbers reflect in the cells. I'm sending you so much love and light. It's unbelievable. You just have to be open to receive, because the grace is with you. The universe is with you. So much love coming to you. We had 10 cells. Out of all those numbers, so now is the reality check. Out of 500 new touches and 169 follow-ups, we had 130 people to our list, and we made 10 sales. Now, if those sales were per person, I'd be saying, man, guys, this is the juice. But these sales were broken down to different people, through different people, and I'm not giving you the number. I'm giving you the numbers that you reported. And you had 34 hours of personal development. Now, that is also a breakthrough for the den, because we have been having 30 as the top and 23, 29 hanging around there. So I hope you don't go back to the old ways. I believe you are back in your driving seat. January is usually a cold month in different ways than just weather. Even when you live in the hottest environment in the world, January is usually a cold month. So I am so excited for you guys, and you will be informed of what prize you're getting. Okay, so if you are telling yourself a certain story, you'll go through those numbers, right? You'll go through the numbers I've just read out and get the results I've just read out. The numbers are exciting. The desired result, the desired outcome for you guys is not quite aligning with the numbers you are going through. So I need you to release the story you are holding on to and tell your true story. You want to tell your true story, because your true story is you are an immortal spirit. You are connected to every other spirit on this planet. You are amazing, and you can receive everything that is coming to you. You can receive it. You can start seeing it manifest day by day, and every day is a different day, as opposed to every day being the day before and the week before, because you're reliving that old story. Every day is a whole different you, a whole different story you are telling yourself, right? So I recommend, if you have not read it, read the book Psycho-Cybernetics. I know you've read it, Maureen, and I want you to read it again. Yes, read that book. And if you haven't read it, a link will be added to this video above so that you can go get yourself a copy. Your brain has a mechanism that can either replay the same story over and over again like a broken record in your life, or you can reset it by creating new habits. And you guys are creating new habits. You're creating new actions. You're creating new visions. And so you can get to your next level if you allow that old story to go. You just release it. And it's as simple as releasing it, because you are the only thinker in your head. If there's any other thinker in your head, you need to be in a psychiatric hospital. And none of you are. Good morning, Phoebe. We welcomed you already, so you'll play the replay and you'll hear you're welcome. So let's do something today. Let's do two things, right? Two things. We're going to do some role play very, very quickly. Visualize your life 5 years from today. I want you to close your eyes and guys, welcome Phoebe. Phoebe, welcome to the Winning Entrepreneurs Den. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Phoebe. Say high five. Hi Phoebe. Give her all the love. Let her feel loved in this space. So that she knows she's home, so that she knows she's with other people who are loving and there are no haters in this place. They're just no haters. Let's get back to the visualizing. Visualize you 5 years from today. Today is the 4th day of February of the year of the Lord 2019, if you're a believer in the Lord, or the year of calendar year 2019, right? And 5 years from today, nothing has changed apart from a few more gray hairs. You're older by 5 years. Your children are older, maybe if you have children or you have a child now. Your partner is older by 5 years. I don't know how you are in that relationship. Paint that picture, guys. Paint that picture and feel the pain. You've not achieved any of your goals. You've regressed at work. You've been bypassed by everyone that's coming into your company, because your work is your investor and you need to love on it. Despite the love you've given your work, you have been bypassed for a promotion, and your income has not increased. Even if they give you a few more pounds every month, every year, in the next 5 years, the cost of living goes higher, so your income essentially goes lower because you're paying more in everything. Paint that picture. Life gets a bit tougher because the finances are not adding up. Your children, what do they think of you when they look at you? Your relationship, how's that going for you? You're painting that picture. Paint and feel that pain, like pain in your inner core, in your belly, feel it. The excuses you give yourself, the story you've been telling yourself, that's the picture it has brought for you in your life 5 years from today. That story you keep allowing yourself to speak over and over again. The excuses you give why you haven't done something that could take you 2 minutes. If you're in the den, 2 minutes of your day on a Saturday or a Sunday could get you to the tracker, and you somehow find an excuse why you can't feel it. Even if you have done 5 days of work, you just don't get to track your actions, and you call yourself an entrepreneur. Paint that picture. The thing is, the picture you see right now, the picture you've just painted, the picture you've just felt in your gut, the disgust you've just felt for yourself is not you. You can change that story today, so erase it. Just like you have a whiteboard and you can erase that picture. Yeah, get that whiteboard out, erase that picture, like clean it out, totally clean it. You don't get where you want to go if you don't do the work you have to do. Just remember that. Okay? Now let's paint another picture. So that was one action. Now let's do something more fun, right? Let's paint a different picture. Every Monday, I'd like you to sit and get inside of your head and pull out a thread of thought that is holding you back and release it into the light and just tell it to go, and not come back until it's pure form, until it's something positive that can build you up into the person you were meant to be, because you're a divine being and you're here for a purpose. And I don't know if you're living that purpose, because some of you don't know you are living your purpose already. It's just that you have not sat down to think, what's my purpose? So you keep yourself beaten because you are thinking there's a bigger purpose for you. And you're living your biggest purpose today. Let's do it again, shall we? Ask yourself, who would I be if I told myself a different story? And what's that story? Let's start painting it, shall we? 5 years from today, you have reached your level of success, whatever success means for you. You're living your life to the fullest. You're living in your dream home. You're driving your dream car. Your children think you're the bomb diggity, like you're the coolest parent on this planet. My children think I'm a cool mama. You want to be that mama or papa? You have no worries about money. You're impacting lives the way you want to. You're fun to be around. You're such a blessing to your community. Your church loves you. They'd like you to be the treasurer of the church. Paint that picture. Feel the joy. Feel the gratitude. See the people around you, how they love you. Don't mind the other people. We won't talk about them. You know who? We're talking about those that love on you because you are an amazing being. That you are their friend. That you're their mama, papa, auntie, uncle, granny. That you're their friend. That you are a member of their community. That you have built a legacy that they know they're going to be part of even when you're long gone. How did that person happen? How did that person happen? Is that a story you want to tell? Is that a story you want to stand on a pulpit somewhere and tell? Some people call it testimony. Do you want to tell that testimony? Do you know that the people who get to tell that story applied a certain law? Do you want to know the law? Am I talking to myself right now? Or is everybody crying over the first story? Wake up! It's a new story you've just painted. So, do you know the law? Or do you want to know the law that these people who are telling this new story applied? Please type it in the comments below, because I want to see what's going on in your minds. Yes, you know the law? Beautiful, Maureen. What's the law? What's the law? Come on, come on, come on. Let's get this party out of the way, because we've got Mary, almost there, not quite. What law? Anybody else? Come on, guys. Or say, I don't know, Julie, what's the law? What's the law? Come on. This is an exciting episode here in the den. We've turned a corner, and I want those results to be even more bloody exciting. So what law do you think those people that have painted that story applied to their lives? Do you want to know the law? Put your hand up in the comments below. Just hit the hand up. You don't know, Phoebe? I'm going to tell you. They applied the law of Goya. Do you know the law of Goya, guys? It's the law of get off your ass and do it. Goya. Get off your ass and get it done. So you can apply the law of attraction all you want. You can visualize every day. You can affirm every freaking day. But if you don't get off your ass and show source that you are the person who's worthy to receive that extraordinary abundance that you're wanting, paint the first picture. Get off your ass. That's the law. Get it done. The law of Goya. Feel free to share that law with some people who are kind of mithering you and wasting your time and trying to pull you in all kinds of directions, trying to pull you in different opportunities when they know you have an opportunity that you're working. Tell them that law. Because the law of Goya says, if you plant a seed today, it has a gestation period. It has a period it takes as it dies and changes and forms a whole new thing and comes out the ground. It doesn't come out a seed, it comes a whole different thing. And then it turns into something else altogether. Every day it transforms until it becomes a fruit-bearing, shade-giving plant. So when somebody tries to pull you this direction and you're like, no, I'm attending to this seed. Tell them to talk to the hand, including you, because you are your biggest obstacle. You go to clean the yard, to wash the dishes, you run around doing all kinds of things that keep you busy, but not busy. So, I know there's a feeling of frustration around visualization and affirmations and the goals we are. Go away. And the goals we are setting that don't quite, I'm tapping your cause. You know it, girls. You know it, girls. I am the unseen fly on the wall as you do your bestie stuff. Go away. Right? So, our brain is saying no, that's not true. That's not true, Maureen. Yeah, and you're like, I am the best. I am a millionaire. And your brain's saying, fuck off. That's a lie. I am the bestest. I am a fashion designer better than Versace. And your brain is saying, yeah, in your dreams, I am. You're telling your brain, right? And your brain is saying, bugger off. Because your brain is using these physical eyes to see you where you are today. Your brain is like your family and friends who you introduce your amazingness to, and they're like, we know you as that nappy pooping kid, so who are you telling that you are an entrepreneur? Like, what's that? So your brain is your hot market. It is pooping on your parade because of what it sees with your physical eyes. And let me give you a new way of affirming, visualizing, and telling your new story as it comes to life before your very eyes. And you start building apartments every year. And you start buying a new property every year. Or 10. Julie wants 10 properties per year. Let's see how that goes. So, write your goals down again. I know you wrote them sometime in October. Or bring them out. You don't have to rewrite them. Just bring them out. When did you last read those goals? You wrote them last year. For some of you, maybe you wrote them in January or in December as you entered the new year. For those of you that are new to the den, you probably did that, right? But then you forgot those things. They are written somewhere in a book, maybe in a diary, or you wrote them in your new diary and you haven't looked at them since. They are in there. Sealed off, nobody can see. They are mine, my preciouses, in Golem's voice. Right? I want you to bring out those goals. If you don't have a vision board, create one so that your goals have become visual representations of your dreams. You now can see them. You can see them every freaking day. Right? Now, as you see them, I'm assuming you have some words written on your vision board so you can read your goals. Now, every morning, without fail, without excuses, without I woke up late so I couldn't, wake up 5 minutes earlier. Don't give yourself one single excuse unless you want to live that dream that we painted before. Every morning, read those goals out loud with your hands. So let's assume these are my goals. They are written in a book or they are written on my digital gadget, which they are, by the way. And read them, touching them with your hands. Like you are a young child learning how to read again. Do that and say, now every morning I read my goals out loud and they are amazing. As in, you are reading your goals and read them out loud like you would as a normal person, right? After you've read them out loud, now you know your goals. You wrote them, so no one should be telling you what those goals are. You wrote those goals down. You know them, so you can literally read them without looking. Once you've looked at them and touched them, because as you're reading them, you're touching them, and you're going down the line, you're touching them. Now close your eyes and feel them and speak them out loud again. Now you're feeling and visualizing them. As you speak those goals, visualize that goal as a movie in front of you. There is a tell in front of you and you're in that movie. You're the center figure. You're the star in that movie, and that is your new life. And you're speaking that goal into existence, and you're feeling the excitement, the joy, I did it in your belly. Feel it. Raise the emotion you need to raise. Do whatever it is to get that emotion going. Because if you wrote those goals down like fulfilling an act, now you're going to bring them into your very namutima. How does it feel to be in that place that you wrote down in your goals? Feel the feeling. Do it for each goal. I have 5. Just 5. Spiritual, physical, financial, relational, social. Just 5. I don't know how many goals you've got. I've got 5. So they are easy to read out in the morning. Feel them, touch them, taste them, enjoy them, emote them, be grateful for them. Should take you 5 to 10 minutes. I'm sure you have 5 to 10 minutes for you. Do you guys? Depending on your list of goals, could go to 15 minutes. But this is your life. You're creating your freaking life. You are a co-creator in your life. You were created in the image of the creative source. So stop looking outside of you and start looking inside. And start building from inside out, and then collect what's around you that you can bring in, the resources, the systems, the what, and bring them in and feel the joy of creating your life every day. You are waiting for that seed to become a full-grown, harvestable plant. Stop thinking that it didn't happen last month, so I'm a failure. So the farmer who didn't harvest every month is a failure? Is he? Come on, guys. Seeing. That's the reading. Touching. Touch those goals with, even if they are on your phone, touch them as you read them. You touch each line as you read it, and therefore you are touching with your physical in your 3-dimensional flesh and allowing your brain to see that this is the reality we are going for. So stop sabotaging us already. Because your brain has all kinds of tricks to keep you away from trouble. Hardwired to protect you from the unknown. And every bloody unknown is a risk. And every risk, we must protect our bee from it. Whatever it takes. If it means being busy, doing whatever, being busy on social, being busy doing God knows what, we will keep her busy so she does not go that way, because it's dangerous. It's the unknown. As you read those goals and you feel those goals and you emote those goals and you enjoy the feeling, you then set the intentions for the day. What is my intention for today right now? It literally takes me 5 minutes, guys. That's 1 minute for each goal. Feel, taste, love on it, feel it. Let that feeling spread through my body. Set the intention for the day. The idea is to go forward. Progress is what you're aiming for, not perfection. So stop looking for perfection and just go for progress. Many of you are looking for perfection. You're looking for something to align every T, to cross every I, to dot, so that you can do, I don't know what you're supposed to be doing, that you are refusing yourself to do. Start your day with your mindset ready for action, having seen that dream that you want, having felt it, having tasted it, you have it in your heart now. It's now set in your heart, ready to go. The feeling is the end point. Because everything we remember in life is something we felt with our heart. Our physical heart being the connection to our soul. So if you don't feel that thing you're trying to do, you're doing the wrong thing. I am telling you today. Progress, not perfection. So your feelings will either empower you or they are disempowering you every day. How do they disempower you? By not showing up. So you're showing up in your head as opposed to showing up in your spirit, in your soul. People who live in their souls start to see what they actually see with their soul in their physical life. Where are you at when it comes to your goals vis-a-vis your heart and your soul? Are your goals heart-centered or they are brain-centered? Your brain is your ego. It is not your friend when it comes to fulfilling your dreams. So come out of the head and stop telling that story you keep telling you, the excuses you keep producing, the systems you've set in place to support your excuses, the people you go to so you can support your excuses. That story you're telling you, it's keeping you where you are. So I'll help you today to write a new story. Because normal is not okay. You are not normal. You're extraordinary. You are extraordinarily supernatural. Receive that embrace it, breathe it in, and own it. And stop trying to be just a physical being who lives by the moment, reactive, environmental. None of those are you. You found them here, you're going to leave them here. In the meantime, what life are you living? So, have you got your vision board? Anyone here who doesn't have a vision board, I highly encourage you to get in touch with Dr. Miriam Sekandi. She's a member of the Den. And now that you know what you have, once you have your vision board, for those of you that do, for those of you that don't, you don't even have to go to Dr. Miriam if you don't feel like. Just go and Google if you want to go Google. If you want to waste time instead of buying back your time and cutting the journey shorter. Every time I want to do something and it's something I really want to achieve, I go find somebody who I can learn it from, cut my journey shorter, get it done. That's it. So you can either go Google and spend hours, or you can go and get it done with somebody who knows what they are talking about with your vision board. So, brush and prime. The things I'm teaching you, I learned a while back from a man called John Ashraf. You might want to Google him. He's a great, bloody, freaking amazing guy. Brush and prime. What does that mean? On my mirror, I have a wall-to-wall mirror in my bedroom. And I have, obviously, a mirror in my bathroom. On every mirror in this house, there is the word, I am enough. So every day I walk past that mirror, I remind myself that I am enough, because I am. On my bedroom mirror are my goals. So as I brush up, as I am pimping myself, as I'm putting on my lippy and dressing up, I am reading those goals out loud. I've perfected the art of reading them, feeling them, touching them. Because they are on my mirror, I can touch them as I read them. I don't have to be on my phone. I read them as I touch them, feel the excitement, bring the joy, vibrate like I am a vibrating yo-yo. I'm brushing, I'm priming my brain to accept that this is me, this is the life, so deal with it already. Brush and prime. Brushing can be anything. To brush your teeth, brushing here, in other words, getting yourself ready. Now, that's your vision board. Number 2, you have a vision board. You're about to introduce 2 more boards in your life. Ashraf. It's John Asaraf. Ashraf. It's pronounced Ashraf, but it's Asaraf. I think he's Israeli, so his name sounds like whatever, but it is read like that. You're going to introduce in your life an accomplishment board. Now, I know you're journaling away. I hope you are journaling away every evening and patting yourself on the back and telling yourself you're amazing for doing the work, and you've done the work, right? And if you are, I don't know why you don't celebrate on Fridays. It's meant to, celebration is meant to be not, you don't hold on to the celebration, you actually release it. It's a release of light, it's a release of success, it's a release of victory, so that spreads out in your physical life and into those nearest and closest to you as you celebrate, if you want to celebrate with others. So now you're going to create an accomplishment board. It makes it so much easier, Maureen. The winning planner makes it so much easier. So now what you're going to do is you're going to find those images. You're not making it up anymore. These are things you've achieved in life, whatever that looks like for you, achievement. You've achieved them. If you have a degree, you've achieved it. If you have children, if you're a parent, you are a parent. You have gone over that milestone. I don't know how many people are trying to have a baby on this planet. You got yourself a job. You have achieved that. If you've become a manager, you've achieved that. You have income, you've achieved that. Whatever achievement means for you, my home, my children, my marriage, the things we have amassed as a couple, the apartments we've built, the homes we've built, the homes we've bought here in UK, our education, the places we've been, our social life. These remind me of how far I've come from that person you read inside of The Journey Without Limits, inside of what used to be Afro-Brit Travelpreneur Confession. Some of you have read it. From that kid who used to be up in a tree hiding from the home help to the woman I am today. I've come from a distance, and some of you don't see how far you've come, so you don't celebrate you, and you effectively close the door on your business success, which is keeping you awake all day because you want more money, more money, more money. But the more money, you're not looking at the things you have achieved with the money you had that wasn't as much as you think it was. It's amazing what you have gone through, what grace has brought you through. Once you have your accomplishment board, and people write it in the comments below, you have a vision board, number 2, accomplishment board, and I'll tell you what number 3 is. It's another board you're going to create in your life. Your accomplishment board serves to trick your brain that we are doing great, and these are the things it must be juxtaposed with your vision board so that you tell your brain, this is what we've achieved, and so we are amazing, and this is what we're going for, and we can achieve it, and so get onto the program. Get that dopamine up and get that monkey brain out the way and see what's already done and what feels good about getting more, about getting there where you want to go. The accomplishments you have done so far were not easy. And so tell your brain, none of these things were easy. If you've had a child, freaking heck, I was jeffing and blinding in the women's hospital, screaming at the nurse and biting her nails off almost. I dug my nails into her skin as my son came out, because I was not as strong as I was when I had my daughter. I had 7 months of pure hell. So I was like, I can't push this baby. And my husband said, you're freaking gonna push that baby. You are not going on the operating table. So you get the energy wherever it is you're gonna get it. You're pushing this baby. If childbirth, you've gone through childbirth, this is, whatever else you're doing is like child's play, guys. It's child's play. Talking to people. Every time you talk to a person, think, childbirth, I went through that. This is a walk in the park. Let's walk. Every time you feel like you want to hold yourself back from actually talking to people, and you tell yourself, I spoke to 100 people when you spoke to 20, and the other 80 were like, hi, how are you doing? I like your profile. That's not prospecting. That's just hi. Prospecting is actually qualifying someone, asking them questions that get them to get to see your business, or say, no, that's not where I am at with my life. That's prospecting. So that's you prospected. Follow up, of course, is following up somebody who's already seen your business, or who agreed to see but hasn't quite got to see you, or someone who said they were ready to buy and they haven't yet bought. That is what it's at. So, accomplishment board will help you get your monkey brain trained to accept that some things are not freaking easy to achieve. And so these things that you think are hard are a walk in the park, because all I'm doing is talking to people. I am not pushing a baby out. Okay. The third board you're going to introduce in your life is called the crap board, or the crap shoot. Call it what you want. So you have a vision board, an accomplishment board, and a crap board. Now some of you may think, why would I want to look at the things that have gone wrong in my life? No, you're not going to put those on your crap board. Your crap board is going to have those things that you're conflicting with in your life currently, as pertaining to your goals. You have goals, but there's a conflict of interest between your whatever is going on and your goals. Maybe your spiritual life and your goal, and your specific goal is clashing with another life core value. So there's a conflict. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Maureen. So you have conflict, and therefore when conflict happens, there is no goal. Number one. So what does conflict look like? Get a picture of that and put it on your crap board. Resistance. What are you resisting? What is that thing that you're wanting to do, but somehow you are allowing yourself to run around in circles and run round circles around it and not do it? I'm not an angel, guys. There's a course I bought in January that I have not even completed module 2. I know I have the time to complete it. I know there are times when I'm just... The other day I was talking to one of you. I spoke with you for an hour. That's an hour I could have literally dug into a whole module, because each module has about 6 little videos, and none of them are 10 minutes each. None. But I am like kind of running around it, because it's got maths. It's got numbers in it. Yep. So, resistance. And yesterday I sat down and I asked myself some hard questions. Where is the resistance coming from? Heck, this is, you've gone so far forward in your business. You got this course because this is an area of your business you want to master. You want to know how it's done so that you can, when you outsource it, they're not going to take you to the cleaners, A. You can get the result you're asking someone else to get for you, B. So, where's the resistance? And the resistance was around the word I've just told you, numbers. Because way back when I was younger, some stupid teacher said I would amount to nothing with my numbers. Because I was so bad at maths. And the man didn't look at himself and know, maybe it was him who was a bad teacher because I was only a kid. If I was good in primary 1 to 5, then all of a sudden I was bad from primary 6, then something changed, and that was the teacher. But hey, until we accept responsibility for everything, we'll never grow. So I accept that I became bad for some reason in numbers. And that has kind of followed me around for ages, to the point that when you say you're bad in numbers, money can't stay in your bank for long. You'll find reasons to spend it, because you are supposed to be bad with numbers, and money is literally numbers. Several zeros with a number attached to it, or several numbers after the first number. 6, 7, 5, 8, 10 figures, you decide. So, resistance. What are you resisting? Number 3, accomplishments. On your crap board, put some accomplishments, especially those that were specifically difficult to go through, like childbirth, those that you've gone through, like you've gone through some serious crap shoots, bonani, and so you can go through something that is not physical. If you've gone through a physical challenge, anything else that's thrown at you, you can go over, under, through, circumvent. You choose what you do, but you can challenge it and overcome it. And finally, procrastination. So on your crap board should be 4 representations in visual form: conflict, resistance, accomplishments, procrastination. The only reason an accomplishment is there is to show all these other things, the other 3 around it, that if you went through this one, these 2 shall come.